Welcome back. Join me as I explore the capital city of Scotland, Edinburgh. It's a city that needs no introduction. It's a UNESCO World Heritage, home of the famous Edinburgh Castle, the Royal Mile, and the National Museum of Scotland. You've probably seen the pictures, watched the videos, and read the reviews. But amidst all the popular tourist destinations, there are hidden gems waiting to be discovered. And I'm sure you've been there. You spend hours researching online, scrolling through travel guides, even watching some TikTok videos to find the places to go. But in this video, I'm going to show or share with you the places that I was able to visit. So as usual, we started our journey from Helsinki and we traveled to Dundee. So Dundee was our first destination in Scotland, and from Dundee we used a train from Dundee to Edinburgh. And you can see the views. If you've not watched my previous video, I did a video on Dundee and I explored a few places in Dundee that you can also check. So I'll put a link on the video that I did on Dundee, so you can also experience Dundee, which is in Scotland, the northern part. So we arrived via train to Edinburgh, and then we were staying at a waterfront hotel, and we took a taxi from the train station to the apartment that we were staying. So that is the city center of Edinburgh, and you can see the buildings. They are quite unique and it really shares a lot of history. It's almost like castles side by side, even though they're just normal buildings that are used like the shopping complexes. And something that we noted was that the traffic really flows. People or the drivers follow the instructions like for driving, unlike in other countries where people just drive like that. This was our first time to visit Edinburgh, and it was very exciting since I'd never been there. And as a Kenyan traveling to Scotland, you actually require a visa for you to travel there, even though Kenya is a previous British colony, but we cannot just travel to United Kingdom or its other countries. So I had to get a visa and for me before I can travel. And I can tell you it's not very cheap. Even if you're traveling for one day or whatever number of days, then you have to get a visa. And I can see that it was worth the struggle and all that, because we had a very big reason why we wanted to travel to Scotland, even at that time. And we had our friends telling us that Scotland at this time is not the best time to go. It's rainy, it's cold, it's windy. And actually we got to experience all that, even though we made the best out of it. So we're still in our taxi heading on the northern side, I think. If it's not the eastern side where we were staying, we're staying at the Lake Waterfront, one of the hotels there. And the city is packed with history and culture and beautiful sights, as you can see. And some of the things that we were able to see, the things that you must see when you're in Edinburgh, is the Edinburgh Castle. We were not able to go inside the castle, but we went up to the entrance. We were not able to book the tickets since we had a very short time or short notice for the travel. So the Edinburgh Castle offers a chance to explore back to history, and you're able to see the city from there. It gives you panoramic view of the city, so you're able to see that. And it was very surprising to see that there were so many tourists, even though, as they say, the weather was not very good. So you can see people really wearing a lot of clothes but it was fully packed. They were not admitting or selling tickets anymore from the entrance. So if you didn't have a ticket in advance, you're not able to go in. And you can see the views from above at the Edinburgh Castle. They were actually like really breathtaking. It was, I think, worth it, even though we were not able to go in, but it was enough good to see just the city. And before we left the Edinburgh Castle, then we had to experience the Scottish whiskey experience. So we went to the Scotch whiskey experience. It's a store, and you can actually take a tour of or do a whiskey tasting. So we had a long day ahead of us, so we didn't do that, but we at least explored to see all the kinds of Scotch whiskies that were on sale, and we were able to get some gifts to bring home. And after that, we took a walk around the city. That is the Scots Monument, or Edinburgh Monument. There were actually two monuments. So the Charlton Hill also gives you a higher ground where you can see the rest of the city from above. And after that, because it was so cold, we had to grab some coffee or chocolate, and this was one of the best coffees and chocolates I've had in a long time. And of course, with travel comes window shopping and shopping. So we went to this mall, and there were actually so many people. It was difficult to even move around, but yeah, we went for window shopping. And that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave us a comment, or if you've been to Edinburgh, what was your experience? So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.